Hello and welcome to the second episode of SKE48 This week was a bit lighter on news, but today we will start our new discussion topic where we introduce you to all the members of SKE48, starting with the first half of Team S. I'm Chris and joining me today are Willy.
Hi.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And Nick.
Yo.
Let's start with the news and Nick.
Yeah, so this is actually some news we forgot to put last week, but on February 15th, which was last Thursday, Yahagi Yukina announced, she had a showroom and she announced that she is sick. And so that's the reason why she cannot be on Team K2 performances as much as she wants to. So she has some kind of chronic illness, which she didn't really talk about what it is, but she's been having this, I guess, for a long time. And around September 2017, the sickness got worse. And she didn't want to take, so she has to take medicine. She was not taking the medicine for some time, but her mom kind of forced her to start taking the medicine. And this medicine has some pretty bad side effects, it seems. So because of those side effects, she can't perform as much as she would like to in the theater. But she wrote that she's kind of fine. At the same time, it's like, don't be, don't feel bad for me. Yeah. Be happy. Yeah. Just come to the handshakes. Be happy. I'm not dying. I'm not. This is. I'm fine. It's just side effects from the medicine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hope she gets better soon.
Yeah. It's bad news, but it's hopefully it just gets better from now on.
Yeah. Okay. To come back to this week's news, we will start on February 17th, and Jeff.
Yeah, SK performed the Thank You Disney Live 2018. So they did that related to Avex. They released a CD, an album, last year, I think, end of the last year.
Yeah.
So it's a compilation with of Disney songs. SK did We Learn This Together on the album. So for the live, they did that song and Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
Next news. So they announced this week the session girl Cohen, so the SKEncore Cohen, will from March be performed by random members. So we don't have much news after that. So it should be like members from each team. So it's pretty weird, because, like I said, it's a SKEncore stage. So, well, I guess some SKEncore are going to be performing, but what about the others? So,
yeah, I'm also confused. I hope maybe they promote some or so, but they will really got few performances.
I think that probably like all the SKEncore will perform, but it's more about the 8th gen who've been already promoted.
Okay, yeah.
Who may turn with other members, but I don't know.
That could also be, yeah. Well, we would see
that's
the
what I
first
was thinking.
stages on March 2nd, so we will see then.
Yeah, and what it could be maybe the end of the session girl Cohen with the draftees going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're going to do another stage.
Yeah, that might be true. Okay, then February 18th.
All right. Yeah, next February 18th. So Nakamura Izumi had a little play, just in some mall, and it was about anti-bullying. That was the theme, and there's just a play with some other people, kind of little thing, and it was it actually got put on TV, like it got a few minutes on TV. So if you're interested, you can just search her name on Twitter, and there should be some videos.
Yeah, I think it's
you can
nice
check it out.
because she's SKEncore. That's still a chance to act in some play, even if it's small.
Yeah, actually, this made me think about Marin, because she had a play like 2 months ago, like several days.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was about.
Okay.
So she's dressed as a Miko during the play.
Yeah.
As a Shinto shrine maid.
Okay. Then February 19th and Will.
Yeah, so they have this tie-up with Kyoraku, the Kyoraku Pachinko, where there's a team of seven members with each a color, like Sentai Rangers. called Zebra Angels. And so they have a monthly show where two members basically visit a pachinko parlor and play on one of the machines. So Kimoto Cannon was the Yellow Angel graduated, so they need to replace her. It happens every time a member graduates. So the Yellow Ranger has been Umemoto Madoka, then Ishida Anna, then Kimoto Cannon with probably a new outfit because she wouldn't fit in Anya's. It has to be a member who is 20 years old plus.
Yeah, for the pachinko.
Yeah. Right, so
yeah,
we're
going to announce it in a showroom, I think.
Yeah.
On March 1st. Okay.
March 1st.
Then next, February 20th.
Oh, go on.
Wait. You got ahead. So last week I mentioned there's a P4U event, a Passion for You event, going on where you get like, we're voting for the top 34 members, and then they're going to move on to another round for this commercial Senbatsu. And so the results came out for the preliminary. This is the first announcement of how many votes people have. Kind of like Sosenkyo, like you get some kind of idea of the votes beforehand. So this was the same kind of idea. So I'm not going to go over like all the votes, but Yuki-chan, so Arai Yuki got first.
Yeah.
And she's at 11,000 votes, and then second is Goto Lala, and third is Obamina. So if you guys want, I'm not going to go over them all, but if there's a member you want, I can tell you their votes. But again, this isn't anything big. Like all the members you'd expect are in the top 34. So
yeah, I mean you have members like Honono or Katoko Narumi, which is quite nice to see.
Yeah. Then again, these early votes mean nothing. They always change afterwards. So
of course.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
So yesterday was the wrestling event, the WIP wrestling. So it was in Nagoya in Aichi Prefectural Gymnasium. So for this event, we got new SK members performing. So we got first Arai Yuki, Machi Otoha, and where's that?
Matsumoto Chikako.
Oh, Matsumoto Chikako. So they had a match against Chuli and two other members. So it was pretty funny because the three members were supposed to be the Nagoya team, and like Chuli said, no one was from Nagoya from that team. So they were really good. Chikako did very well. They're really beginners. I think they began their training like 1 month or 2 months ago.
Yeah, I think in December.
2 months.
Yeah, so it's very good.
Yeah, but Machi, by the way, she injured herself during the training. She just posted about it on Nanagogo like an hour ago. She injured herself while training something called the Huracan Rana or something like that.
Huracan Rana, yes.
And so that's why she was not there on the stage today. And she has to rest for just a few days.
Yeah.
It's funny because Yuki-chan said that she was expecting pain, but she was just totally fine the next day.
Yeah, like Machi said, she was training some move and she felt maybe too overconfident, and so she got slacked off a bit and she hurt herself.
Yeah, she seemed fine yesterday. Didn't notice anything.
Yeah, I noticed she had tapes on her back.
Yeah, she had bandages. Yeah.
Well, we can see those tapes. I mean, a lot often even in the theater. So
yeah.
So the other new member was Makiko. So she joined the Kautan group. So Kautan has a group with Noepi, and now Makiko was replacing Shimada, who left and graduated. So they had, for me, the best match of the night. So they went against Yuihan, Ajakong, who's like a legendary wrestling. I think many fans saw on SKEncore, for example, when she comes and punish some members with some wrestling moves.
Yeah, I think I remember.
During the dodgeballs?
For example.
Yeah.
She would like take the members up and throw them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like this huge girl with face paint. So I think many 48 fans know her. So yeah, it was really like a really big match. Some huge moves, like Kautan took a pile driver from Ajakong. It was very, very, very good.
Okay.
And so we had Jurina in the main event, teaming with Kumiharu Haruka against Dasu and Miruden. So it was a good match, but like there was a lot of it was like the story match. So we had a lot of people coming in, like a lot of cheating, things like that.
Yeah.
So I think to the surprise of many, actually Dasu and Miruden won the match. And seeing how the event went, it's like pretty sure we're going to have another wrestling event for sure.
Yeah, I'm also sure of that. Even though I have to admit I stopped watching after half the show, but
well, they had other matches to lead to this title, so they have to do a final game for that.
Yeah,
yeah,
the title.
They did like some kind of championship tournament for one belt, and like the final, we didn't get the final, so for that alone.
Yeah. More injuries, yeah.
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 Also, was my biggest fear, but. Okay.
Oh, also, Jurina gave a very big speech at the end, even though she lost.
Okay.
SK tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have some Gradation members news by Will.
Yeah, so on Tuesday, the 20th, Ishidana announced that she will release a school year calendar. So by school year, it means April to March. Because she released already in December a normal calendar going from January to December. So she will release this on the 17th, and it's called The Face.
Okay.
Then, so actually, Miyamae Ami released her first photo book on January 30. It's called Blossom Teen no Miyamae, Otona no Miyamae.
Okay.
And today was the release event, which is her first public event with the fans since her graduation. There's been private events, fan club only events for her birthday, for Christmas, but that's the first event where anyone can go to the shop and buy the photo book signed and handshake her. And then Deguchi Aki announced her fourth single to be released on May the 2nd. There's no title yet, but the release events start next week, so we should get the title pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, this week is a bit lighter on news, but we had still a lot of theater shows, so let's start with them.
Yeah, last Sunday there were two Team K2 shows. So there's no such thing as a full Team K2 lineup show because there's 20 members in the team. But this time 5 members were missing, so Kurashima Ami was there as an under for the second time. So in the even before the intro, before the overture, there is always one member different every time doing Matsumura Bu, which is Matsumura Kaori's solo. So this time was Yuzuki and then Ruka so Yuzuki for the 1 p.m. show and Ruka for the 5 p.m. If you have to watch only one, I would recommend the first one. The MCs were a bit more fun. They had a dance guessing game. So each member will do a choreography, and the audience had to guess which song it was from. And then they had Air Valentine Choco MC, where the members would give a message to the audience, like if they were giving them chocolate for Valentine.
Sounds really funny. Okay, then the Team E performance on 19th.
Yeah, so this was last Monday. I went to this theater show. The last time I'd been to Team E was in November 2017, so it had been quite a while, about 4 months. And I had always, I always wanted to get back into the Team E theater, but there had been so many Satan sites and so on that I couldn't get in. But finally, the luck of the ticket center, I got in, so that was cool. So this was the 100th performance of SK Festival, the new stage for Team E.
Yeah.
And Riona said that she performed in all of them, so it's pretty cool that she was in every single one of them. So I think, seeing as how no other members said they were in all of them, I think she might be the only one to perform in every single performance of SK Festival. Yeah. During the MCs, Yucatan was saying that her fans recently were telling her that she's been getting rounder, which is a nice way of saying she's getting fat. So she says that she's exercising now at night to try and lose some weight. But again, this is, I think she's just young and whatever. It's just natural. But anyway, I think this was the second time, because Makiko wasn't there on Monday, and she wasn't there on Thursday as well. But so Kuma-chan did Okteage, so the solo song. And I think this was her second time. I've seen her do it before, and I think that time, like the previous time, was her first time. I might be wrong, though. And Maya was on Kimi no CW. It had been a really long time since she hadn't been on that song. She and other members had kind of done something special for this performance, where they kind of coordinated their hairstyles to show off their foreheads. And this kind of led to a really funny MC where they some members, they absolutely do not want to show off their foreheads, and they said we can do like other kind of hairstyle things all together as a team, but we're not showing our foreheads. So Naki and Hatagon, they were like, yeah, we are not showing our foreheads. So they obviously, because they said that, they forced them to go up and show their foreheads. So yeah, you can check it's all over Twitter. If you search up their names, you can see their foreheads and their reactions of disgust. They just really don't want to show it. It's funny. So that was a good MC.
There's quite a lot of members who don't want to show their foreheads in other teams as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for Japanese girls in general, actually.
Okay. I didn't know. I just thought it was funny that they did a whole MC on that. Another thing for this was the Monday performance was supposed to be Izurin's first under for Team E, but Suda came back. So Dasu came back. She had been when you applied for the stage, Dasu wasn't supposed to be performing, so her name wasn't written on it. But for whatever reason, she was able to appear on Monday, so they slotted her in instead of Izurin. So some people online were pretty angry because apparently some of Izurin's fans, they had those tickets to get 100% chance to get in the theater, and they used it, thinking that it would be Izurin's first appearance. But yeah, she didn't perform. She didn't perform, but she appeared later as the Kenkyusei under.
Okay, at least something.
Before the last song. Yeah, at least she was there, sort of. And Dasu also, she centered Mushiki at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. The other MC was, what would you do to win gold at the Olympics? But anyway, you can watch the theater for that. There were some pretty funny suggestions. And Thursday was also a Team E performance, and I went to that one as well. So I got really lucky. There's a system called the Fast Pass. So if you ride the Ferris wheel 5 times and you fill out your card, you can put in they have these boxes, so you put in the box. And I had one ticket. I was like, I'll just throw it in for the next Team E. I might as well. And I won. So they sent it to my email. I got in. This time, the 101st performance. This time, Izurin undered for her first time. So she was there. She undered. And yeah, MC wise, it wasn't, it was 2 performances back to back pretty much. So there wasn't anything much different. It was cat day, so Tani told us she was wearing cat panties. Look, that's I'm kind of reaching
important.
here. Yeah. That's pretty much the most important thing. I mean, talking about news and not
it's
anyway.
normal stage talk.
Yeah, and then they gave each other pro wrestling names and all that. So
I think this one was the funniest MC of the week, actually.
Which one?
The pro wrestling names, starting with Maya burning Kumar.
Yeah. Yeah. What was her name again? It was something with obviously because she can't pronounce
Katsudatsu Kumataki.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good because every member gave each other, and it wasn't like they gave themselves names. So every member gave themselves names. Yeah, I actually forgot.
Giving one to the next girl. Yeah. So Tani got called like Silent Marika.
Yeah.
I was wondering why, and but because actually you're really beautiful when you shut up, but as soon as you open your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Naki got called something.
Naki got some collateral damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have one actually not really team SKE performance, but anyway, Will.
Yeah, because yesterday on Friday, Ryoha had their Satan Sai with Team 4. Actually, our birthday is on October 8th, I think. So it's 4 months late. But because she barely ever appears with Team 4, it was our first occasion to do it. So it was quite emotional during her speech at the end, because actually it's her last Satan Sai, and probably one of her last stages with Team 4 before her Kenlin gets cancelled with the shuffle.
I was actually surprised it was still up. I thought it ended with the draft.
Yeah. No, but they didn't change the teams yet, so it's still gonna be there. Probably she will appear on the Senshuraku.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's probably the only time she will appear again with Team 4. And she really likes to appear with Team 4 because first she used to be a AKB fan before entering SKE. And also she now in Team S she has a role of leader. When in Team 4 she still she has some senpais like Yuili, Nana, etc. So she can still get pampered, especially as she's not often there. She gets some special treatment.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's also in the zero position episode somewhere ago.
Well, other than that, it's a Team 4 show, so it's not. It's a pretty boring stage. The team is below bad, and the MCs are completely uninteresting. But the only just watch it for the speech at the end, the letter from Nozawa Rena, which surprised everyone. But apparently she's a big Ryoha fan. One of the NQ says was Undering is actually a Ryoha Oshi. So that was pretty nice that she could appear on her Satan side. And the best part of the stage was the face that Ryoha was making during Saho's introduction. I watched it 5 times. If you have to watch 30 seconds of this stage, just watch that.
Okay. We should try. Yeah, then today, on Saturday, just ended the Team S stage for today. And as we mentioned before, Machi hurt herself during the wrestling training, so she was out. And Sakamoto Marin came in. So in the end, the lineup were the usual S members, minus Julina and Machi. And Kurashima Ami, Sakamoto Marin, and Nakamura Izumi performed as others. So it's almost the usual lineup. And today Akapin was performed by Ryoha and Nojima Kano, which was really nice to see Ryoha doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how they decide who appears for both slots.
More or less random. Like, I know the first slot is until the 6th generation, and the second slot is after that. And of course, you can't have the members who have the unit in the after that. So Suzuran and Piyose are out, and I think Duchan also.
Yeah, but I mean, do the girls decide themselves and turn, or is it a staff? Or I'm quite curious actually, because if it's a staff, I need to thank him for today's performance.
I would also really like to know that. Also, like the center for Gonna Jump is always changing, so I would also like to know how they decide on that.
But is it the first time that Ryoha is doing the senpai slot? Or?
No, I think she made it once before, but I'm not entirely sure. I would have to check.
It's the first time I see it, and actually, I see a big difference compared to the first time she was doing the Kohai slot, where she looked like really innocent and fragile, and now she's like full of confidence, more like Julina or Annie were doing it. While Nojima now has the innocent and fragile side.
Okay. And like for the MC, they had a couple of topics, and one was a right or wrong quiz, where all members get to ask a question, and the other members and fans have to say if the answer was right or wrong. And there were some funny things like, for example, Ayuka was asking if she was usually acting more grown up or more like a little sister among her usual friends, which surprisingly was older sister. And on the same hand, Inuzuka Asana was asking if she was more like the older sister or younger sister type, and she ended up usually being the younger sister type with her private friends or so. So it was like the members quite didn't believe it. Also another MC, Juna, was saying that when they have backstage at the handshake events, they often have an area for staff, and when the members pass it, they just look inside there and say "Otsukare-sama desu" and so on. And usually, sometimes they don't look ahead and run into a wall or so. And she mentioned that one time she ran into Yuasa, who is of course taller than her, and Juna's words, has a big belly, so she felt like she ran into Totoro. So MC wise, it was pretty nice today. And with that, we finished the theater roundup. And next is the TV and media. We had first, or not really first, but on Monday we had Musubi no Ichiban. Last week I think I said Tuesday, but it's on Monday. This week appeared Matsumoto Chikako, Nojima Kano, and Hidaka Yuzuki. And the topic was, because we currently have the Olympics, they said, we want some SK member to win the an Olympic gold medal. So they decided to try snowboarding for some reason. And Nojima and Yuzuki have really no experience in snowboarding. So they started on I think 1 meter ramp or so to just go down and do a small jump. And they had some pro snowboarders as trainers. But they all managed the first 1 meter jump, but the 3 meters they could do. So the trainer offered them to teach them how to fall cutely. So when you fall down, scream in a cute way and move your feet in a direction. But they said, no, we want to get this jump done. So they practiced that, and in the end they got it. And Chikako, who has snowboard experience and was really good actually, went to a bigger ramp, I think 5 meters or so, to train a 180-degree turn jump, which she also barely managed to do. And I think it was
she did the turn and fell at the reception.
Yeah, exactly. So they counted it as succession, but in the end, of course, not really.
She did a 180, but yeah.
But it's a success compared to the others who would not even reach the ramp and get out of the track on the side after 2 meters.
It was interesting to see, but it's interesting to see that the members really don't like to lose like that. Like Kano was really frustrated.
Yeah, she had a great focus, I think, in this episode.
Yeah.
And overall, it was a very good episode, I think. Like we said last week, there's been some pretty good and some pretty bad Musubi. Yeah. That one was very good.
Yeah, I had lots of fun. Then we had the Suda and Arai 10 anniversary challenge, and this time they had to blow out 10 candles who were in a row, and so we started the first one and then just blow as strong as you can to reach the last one. And Suda blow out 6 and Arai 4, so she won, Suda. And but because the episode was already so long with the snowboarding, we had no performance this time. And Suzuki Rika did her 30-second appeal with doing Botage, while telling everybody to vote for her and push for you. So it was really Pierce-like. Yep. After that, we had on Tuesday the Nijanai videos from last week. So from 12th to 16th. I think one of the most fun ones to watch was again Yamada Juna, this time with Kutoshima Ami. And they did the same game like last week again, where Mitsukichi says something and Juna repeats it, and then the next member repeats it, and then Juna and Mitsukichi say no. But
it's my pick as well for the most fun one, yeah. Especially Ami's reactions were pretty nice, and it really looked like they are bullying an elementary school girl.
And then Juna always said, I can't do this to such young members. It's no way.
Yeah, she was like, I kind of feel bad for that.
Yeah. So again, they are on YouTube and usually really funny to watch. And later today we will have the Sanjanayo, which should be start in I think 1 hour or so, but it's with Obamina, Uchiyama Mikoto, and Saito Makiko. So sounds interesting, I guess. Yep. Then next is Zero Position.
Zero Position, yeah, it last Saturday. So it was the last episode of the actual arc when they go like on a trip, have fun, and then they had a big dinner. So I guess they filmed it at the same time. So it was Makiko and Churi. They were calling Yusuke and Sakipan to a room like a private meeting. So you could see like Sakipan was very nervous. She was like, "Oh, I think we are going to get like."
They're angry at us also.
Yeah, they're angry at us. So the dog killie was actually it was Lala. Like they did some kind of they asked the members what they wanted to do, and Lala wanted to do a dog killie. So it was kind of because of her. So dog killie was Makiko and Churi. Makiko was graduating, and they wanted either Yuzuki or Sakipan to be captain. So it was like first announcing she's going to graduate, and secondly, okay, we are thinking about you to be the next captain. So what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was very good dog killie.
Yeah, you can see the members really shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yusuke was crying like right away.
And even at the end, when they revealed the Dokiri, like Sakipon got back to her normal self like pretty quickly, but Yuzuki stayed a mess until the end.
Yeah, I preferred last year's Dokiri where they woke up the members, but this one was also really funny.
Yeah, Yusuke was funny at the end. She was like, I kind of wanted to be the next captain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this will happen, but I could see either of them becoming the next K2 captain, leader, rather.
Yeah.
I don't know about
actually
captain. I don't know about captain.
It's actually a realist
yeah, like
choice.
It's believable. Yeah.
Yeah. So also when they released or when they said it was a prank, Yuzuki or Sakimon immediately asked, were all the nice things you said about us also fake or not? At least they were true, so they got something positive out of that.
So what I really liked was when Miko. So first it was Makiko and Churi, and then they left, and Mikoto went into the room, and we could really see what a good senpai she is. Like for example, you could see that Sakipon and Yusuke were really like friendly with her. So it was like a good talk.
It was funny that Yuzuki said, yeah, I have an allergy, so I have red eyes. when like Mikoto asks, what's with your eyes? And so, no, it's allergy.
So yeah, we got a good dog kitty. At the end, we had behind the scenes. So they had last month, I think.
Yeah.
They got the no cut discussion. So it was one-on-one talk. So like for an hour each. So it was the scenes just after the talk ended. So it was pretty good. We got Juina and her pololess doll, and Lala making fun of her. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was nice summary for that. Okay, with that we finished all the roundup parts and moving to the discussion topic now. As mentioned before, we will introduce you to the SK members, and we start with Team S this week. Just maybe a short roundup of Team S history. Anyone wants to do that? Otherwise, I'll do. Okay, then I go. Team S was obviously the first team formed when SKE back then started, because they started at the beginning, and it always like had the image of the more or less like prime team. It's still representative for SKE.
And very strict too.
Yeah, like they had. It's almost like Team A back then for AKB was the main team.
Like I remember it was Yulia, I think, when she went into Team S, and later, she was telling it was very scary. It was very like a sport team, pretty serious.
Yeah,
because in the beginning they were trained by Anna Sensei, who was very strict as their dance teacher.
Yeah.
Then some members took over, like Kuwabara Mizuki. So when the third gen arrived, like those who got into Team K2 were right away well integrated in the team with Truly and Eileen helping them, being nice to them, etc. And those who went to Team S had to suffer under the whip of Kuwabara and a few others.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's the old Team S. I would say the foundation for the current Team S was obviously set on the Daisokaku in 2014 with Miyazawa Team S, which has then become Yakata Team S and now Kitagawa Team S. I mean, half of the members already, more of the half of the members have graduated already, but the main center is still there. And they had like a ton of graduations. Last year we had 7 graduations from Team S, which kind of left me with a trauma. But it's like every time I watch a stage and we come to the last song, I'm instantly getting nervous for some reason. It's horrible. And that led to the many fans kind of worrying about Team S. Also, they talked about that in some Zero Position episode, because there are almost no senpais left. I think there are 4 members who are from 1st to 4th gen, including Suzuran. Which is not
when Miki graduated, it was like for the next captain. I was watching like the members left and was like who's going to be captain? From like Wan-chan would be like normal, but she's pretty old too, so I thought they were going to choose a new captain. So I think Yoha was very surprising, I think.
Yeah. But I think she's doing
turned
well.
out pretty well.
Yeah, she's done pretty well. She didn't have the leader image, I guess, when she first got. I guess people were surprised,
Even members said we didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But currently it's the youngest team in SKE with an age average of 17.5. I mean, excluding Kinkyusei. And they constantly are under staffed. Like currently it's 50 members. So because Masana graduated last, so they need some more again, I guess. But recently the members...
Well, recently they just got 3 from the 8th gen.
Yeah, but still they are not enough for a full stage.
Yeah, they're still using a lot of unders. I think the most...
I mean, they always have to use 1 because there are too few people, and then Juna is also never there, so at least 2 are almost given for each stage. I mean, it's nice for the team to say.
And Suzuran too is...
Yeah, Suzuran is also often not there, so...
It's like the opposite of K2 right now.
I think for a long time, like up to let's say a year ago, from the start until a year ago, it was the team with like the highest number of aces. Like when they did both shuffles,
Yeah.
The first shuffle they sent a lot of girls who could be maybe not the next ace of the group, but still next members who would be pushed into Senbatsu.
Yeah, it's like
And
the
they did it
prime
again.
image.
But yeah, first shuffle they moved like Yakata Miki, Ishidana, who had some momentum at the time, though it didn't last. The second shuffle they sent, they put Rion, Ami, Ryoha. So yeah, for a while it was their image. Now not so much. Like there's very few members who are into Senbatsu.
Yeah, 2 at the moment,
But
which is...
it feels, but it feels like they are getting the next members lined up to become Senbatsu again.
Yeah, it's like
with Kano-chan is probably the next one from 7th gen to become Senbatsu, and then the 3/8 gen that they got. Actually, the 5 girls who got promoted from 8th gen will probably be Senbatsu regulars in the future.
Yeah,
so they got 3 of them at once.
They're really using this as a chance to get up again, like Team K2 had some years ago, I think. Start really low and then move your way back up again.
Yeah,
nice. Also for the members, because it kind of involves a growing process, which is really neat. I think really needed for the members.
Yeah, for me, Team S I still have the image of the new Ace team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it has the image of the kind of, well, I don't know if it's fair to say, but like the kind of beauty member team, in a way, where they try and get these members, and they say, you know, like Ryoha and so on, Miya Miami and so on, where they, you know, kind of a visual image to them.
Yeah.
Like Kano-chan and Mio are considered by Orco gens as the prettiest girls in their gen.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think the chemistry among the team is really nice, in my opinion. Like you always or often see them do activities together. Last year they went to go Hanami, or I think in August or so they went to picnic all together, which is really nice for bonding, I guess. I don't know if the other teams do that. Because I don't follow them so much.
Team E did a couple of times, yeah.
So that's really nice. Okay, I guess we can start introducing the first half of the members. We go by alphabet, so you can check them on the internet site if you want to see more. First member is Ishike Rena, which her nickname is Renahyu. She's 15 years old, born in Kanagawa and part of the draft 2nd generation. The pen lights are deep purple, so easy to remember. Yeah, she was part of Baito AKB before she entered. Actually, this came up in today's stage too, because she was asking if she was the youngest member back then or not, and she actually was. And then she decided to graduate from Baito and join the draft, where she got in. And she was known as the worst dancer in history, like after Ryoha and Wanchan, who are both held the title too. But they said the worst dancer to ever enter SKE.
Yeah, I think on her Seitan side they said that the Ryoha gave her like, you know, like it went from someone else to Ryoha and then Ryoha
Wanchan
to Renahyu.
To Renahyu. And yeah, but there was actually a documentary where she had to perform Escape, which is one of the hardest songs I guess you can perform on a festival, and they followed her in a documentary. It was really nice to watch.
Yeah, I remember the documentary. Her mom was in it. That was the highlight for me. But but no, it was a good documentary. I think it got a lot of people kind of interested in her, and because she was kind of a new, still a new member in the team, in the group, and so we got the documentary, and it was like, oh, this is kind of rare for a new member. Let's check this out, and it was it was pretty nice. Yeah. Pretty cute.
It was also showing that she was getting along pretty well with the graduate members Mikiti and Takuchi Mai. I think they even meeting nowadays, and they taught her to dance, so they get along pretty well. And looks. I think when you look at her, you wouldn't expect it, but she's like really an anime and manga nerd or otaku.
Yeah, that's what I liked at the time. Like, because Mai was one of the, I don't know if she was co-captain at the time of the draft, but she was a scout.
Yeah, she was a scout.
Yeah, I think she was like our pet project. It was okay. I chose her. So now I have to take care of her. So I think their relationship was very, very, very good, on Team S. Like for a certain say, I remember my she was, crying a lot during at the end of the stage. So I really like their relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a picture of them together, a few weeks ago or a week ago. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Something like that.
Anyway, I saw. Have any of you seen her in Handshake? Because I have.
Not yet. I'll go next month.
Yeah, I thought she was nice. You know, of the members I was going to meet, I hadn't really prepared anything to tell her, but she was friendly and she was nice. So no complaints.
Yeah, she's friendly and nice, but she's not. She's one of those members that who will wait for you to tell them something, and if you don't come up with anything, you will just stay smiling at her for 10 seconds, and nothing's gonna happen. So you better prepare something. But actually, I talked to her also once outside of Handshakes. At they were selling the magazine 100% SKE, and she and Wadarina were giving it to the fans who were buying. And there were not a lot of people in the queue, so you could talk to them for like 30 seconds. And then she was really different. She was really talkative, asking questions, because I guess she's one of the members who in Handshakes want to be polite and want to let the fan tell what they prepare. Yeah. And will not ask a question themselves or say anything themselves to not interrupt them.
Yeah. Okay. Then next member is Mayoshi Inuzuka Asana. Her nickname is Wanchan. She's 23 years old. Next month, 24. And she's born in IT, part of the 4th generation, and her fanlight colors are white and pink. She's currently the co-leader of Team S. And she served as one of the longest Kenkyusei in 48 group. I think second only to Kaotan. But she was also almost 3 years or so Kenkyusei. And currently, or also back then, she was always like a mother figure to all the members. They often call her Okasan or so. And she's doing this even now, all the time. And she's known to have really sweaty hands. Like, at the first stage of the year, they write this on a paper, the wishes or so. And every year her paper tears because it's just wet. I mean, I can't remember if her hands were really sweaty on the handshake when I went. But probably my hands were just sweaty too, so I am not. She really loves dogs, and it's funny because her name includes the word dog, Inu, and her nickname is Wanchan, and she has 3 dogs, and she loves them all the time, so she has really the dog image. And like, it's almost a running gag for the members also to post pictures scared of her stuffed animal Jonathan, which I think used to be a Donald Duck, but yeah, you can't really recognize that anymore. It's almost 24 years old now, and it's just a grey monstrosity.
And she performed with her sisters too during the SoloCon.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like I like seeing the family of the members.
Yeah, she's really close to them. Also, often doing showroom or so, they might, well, not always really appear, but you can hear them in the background and they talk to each other and so on. And she's teaching them math and so on. So they have really close relationship with them. I guess her mother character extends to that part too. And yeah, she's really friendly at handshake events.
Speaking of the SoloCon, I thought it was pretty funny that she sang Lemon no Toshigoro, which is the Zenza Girl song from Reset, so the one that Kenkyuseis do, because she's been Kenkyusei for so long that she's probably done this more than any other member.
Yeah, also The second song she performed was also a relatively old song, I think, because she has also the image, like, because she's 24 in the Team S, which is a super young team, she always gets teased about her age. So she has, like, the image of more past girl and playing card games instead of computer games and so on. Just constantly teasing, or especially, like, Sugiyama Aika and so on, or Ayuka teasing her that if you round up, she would be 30 years old. It's kind of running gag in Team S. And yeah, you can go to...
I get the feeling... Go ahead. I was going to say, I get the feeling she interacts with fans quite a bit on Twitter. Maybe not replying to them, but...
Like, every time after stages, she goes through all the tweets, I guess, with hashtag her, and sometimes likes them, and sometimes retweets them and comments on them. So, Nanagogo is quite rare recently, but yeah, Twitter is really great. She's really great in interaction on Twitter.
Yeah, I remember last year when they had the parade for Halloween in Tokyo.
Yeah.
She dressed up as a dog, obviously, and
actually,
people...
it was a cat.
Oh, it was a cat? Oh,
yeah.
Oops. It looked like a dog to me. But she went all over Twitter and just tried looking for anyone who said like something, and just kind of replied, "Oh, that was me. I was the cat, I guess."
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I was like, like she, even though she is, an older member, and she's still, she was still reaching out to people and trying to, reach them, communicate to them. So I found that kind of cool.
Yeah, you can totally go to her handshakes too without any plan, because she will do the talking then. It's really easy for that.
And our Ninja Nayo are very good too. Our Ninja Nayo videos.
Oh, with Tani?
For example, or Sana, Tani.
With everyone.
Yeah.
If you want to see some members being groped, you can see that.
Yeah, it's also every time during Team S stage, she's fighting Yoha. If she can grab her hand or not. Yeah. Next is Inoue Luka, or Luchan. She is 16 from Kumamoto, from the 8th generation, and her penlight colors are blue and yellow. She was also applying for the second draft, just like Renahue, but she didn't get picked, so she applied for the 8th Gen 2. And she's kind of known to be bad at studying and often messing up questions or kanji and so on.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
She's cute.
Exactly, she makes it up by that. And
yeah.
It's like, it's a cute mistake or so when she messes up a kanji or so. Or I think last week she posted a picture on Twitter or on Instagram where she tried to make cacao in a heater and it just exploded more or less because she put the time too high.
So she's one of the aces of the 8th gen, so she was center of both Kenkyusei stage. And I think, media-wise, I think she's the one doing the most appearances.
Mm.
She's been on Zero position, she's been on Musubi. I think we've seen her the most. So,
Yeah,
popularity-wise, she's not like at Kaho's or Yukina's level, but you can see that the staff, she's kind of their girl.
Yeah, I think she's like a mascot for Team S for some reason. I think she looks or has the image.
She got some exposure as well during the Jonken Taikai because she was paired with Tanaka Miku, who is a Roshiman, as she's from Kumamoto as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I think like getting with one of the top members of another group, like lots of people were wondering who is this Kenkyusei we never heard of? Why is she with Miku?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next is Kamimura Ayuka, or Achan. She's 14 from IT, also part of the second draft generation. Her penlight colors are orange and yellow-green. She was the youngest member in 48 group when she entered. The title, of course, has passed on since then, but she's still super cheeky and is teasing the older members all the time.
I think it's one of the members who changed the most, I think, since her debut. Like, for her debut, she was really crazy. Like, her MC with Maya, for example, was super good, and our Ninja.io videos she was going crazy on that one.
Yeah, she's not shy at all. So also for some concerts when she just entered and she's just with only senpais on stage, she just is not like, for example, no, really quiet and shy, but she's just normal and more like the annoying little kid in a funny way.
But remember in her showroom, she showed off like a bunch of her 48 goods, group goods that she owned. She had she has a lot of merchandise from AKB primarily, I think. Yeah. But yeah, she just showed it all on showroom, and yeah.
Yeah, recently she also started acting a little bit more grown up, especially towards the age gen who call her Ayukanesa. So yeah, I guess she's entering the age where she sometimes is really childish and sometimes really gets grown up or acts grown up. But when she's, for example, with Suzuki Rika, she's always the little girl and gets pampered by Fierce. Okay. Then next we have Kitagawa Yoshino, nickname Yokonyan, and she's 17 from Osaka, from the H generation, and her pen light is pink and blue, or light blue. And yeah, she was the first 8th gen to under in all stages, which is pretty nice, I think.
Yeah, she's a dancer of the group. She's the leader of the generation. Yeah. I think it was pretty interesting at the time because there's older members and she seems very sweet. But yeah, all the members said, okay, she's the leader of the gen, like for dances and stuff. Like she teaches the other girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, interestingly, she was in a troupe before SKE. I think it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a theater troupe, I think. They did musical and stuff.
Mm.
So I think that's where she got that performance mentality.
Yeah. Also, like a while ago, she formed together with Wanchan, she formed the moral committee for Team S or so, or at least like Wanchan invited her to join because usually Wanchan is the one acting or taking care that the members behave properly. And since Yokonyan is doing the same, they just formed the unofficial moral committee for that. But yeah, if you want to see her, you can just go to showroom because she does daily streams for like 15 minutes usually. And they are really funny to watch and really nice.
Yeah, and she's one of the more popular members. And you can see like in a year or two, like she's going to be captain of the team, like for sure. Like she really has that type of character, and she's really an all-rounder for me because she's a very good dancer. I think she's very cute,
and she's constantly smiling.
Yeah, and she knows like she acts very 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 cutely, but yeah, she is also serious, so she can do like cute and serious songs.
Yeah.
For example, our Akai pin is amazing. Like she's doing recently. It's very good. And even like so I saw her a couple of times in handshakes, and she's also very good at it.
Yeah, I wanted to go next month, but she already sold out. So
yeah, she sells out handshakes like really quickly, and they don't give her enough slots, I think.
Yeah.
Like other teammate Gen 8 members. Personally, Yokonyan, whenever I've been to Kenkyusei stage and other concerts, she's always been either the top performer or one of the top 3 performers of those performances, and I've always thought she's just really great. And you go to the theater and she puts on a show, and you kind of fall into it.
She's really
like when she comes out after the units for the dance medley, and you see her like with her really long hair in that white dress, so she looks like she's Sadako coming out from the TV in the ring movies.
Yeah.
And then she starts dancing, and so on her sides are Suzuran and Suzuki Rika with their short hair. So it's which makes a big contrast because like when she's doing this dance medley with all these very fierce songs, like her hair are flying all over the place. And yeah, that's really one of the highlights of the Team S stage.
Yeah, for me, the highlight of the Kenkyusei stage was seeing her in Blue Rose, because her hair was just flying everywhere for that song. It was,
I kind of think it's maybe
really
annoying for the members next to her. They get in the face all the time.
I saw her hair going into Mio's face.
Today she lost her helmet actually during Ainurul, and it was just hanging on her back. But
Who has the longest hair? Is it her or is it Sue Nagaoka?
I think it's really close.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think they measured it. I think once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like some members asked the same question.
Yeah. Okay, from her we're going to Kitagawa Ryoha, or Uha or Ryoha, both nicknames. She's 19 from IT, from the 6th generation. Her pen lights is light blue and purple. She's the current leader of Team S, as we mentioned before. Pretty unexpected for most of them, but she's doing really good, I think. And she often has the image of being tsundere to all the other members and so on, except for Matsumoto Chikako, which she's really, really close with, and they often, when they together, they just call themselves Zippa or Jippa, which is like a combination of Chikako and the Ha from Ryoha.
Yeah, and with the Kohai too, she's really strict. Like Ayaha and Luchan, for example, she really likes them.
Yeah, and even before entering, she was a really huge fan of Miyazawa Sai. So when she got in the same team as her, she was obviously super happy, and she was really, I think, devastated when she graduated. But like I said, nowadays much Chikako, so she has.
You can see her crying, like all the tears in her body when Sai graduates. But
I mean, she is pretty strong crybaby in this way. Like also on 0 position, so she starts crying pretty soon.
And there was this time when she had to do some bungee jumping, and they brought her Sai just to
oh my god, yeah,
to encourage her.
That was really nice to watch.
It took her so long.
What's really nice is that she had the title of worst dancer in the group when she joined, and then like a few years later, she got to actually teach the dancers to Sai when Sai was too busy with all her jobs and her caning to attend the rehearsals with the other members. It was Ryoha who was teaching her.
Yes, it's really nice to see that SKE really gives the members a chance to grow. So I'm sure, like, even Ishikirena got really good at dancing, I think, just by doing for example, escape or so every stage.
Yeah, and for Ryoha, I think it was very the facial expressions. Like when she was performing, you could see she was like scared or like. So it was mainly that, not really the dance in itself. But yeah, I don't really know how she really changed, or it was. I don't think it was like a simple thing. But now she's like really good.
Yeah, I think the current co-leader combination is really nice because Ryoha is more the kind leader type, and Wanchan is more the strict leader type.
It also seems about Ryoha that when she first joined as the 6th gen, there were some fans who didn't like her very much because she was pushed and all that, and people weren't too into her. But now, pretty much everyone, and I don't know a single person who would dislike her now. And she just seems to be
just wants to see. If you just see her crying once, you never will hate her again, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, there are quite a few fans from other groups who don't like her, keep talking about how she's a failed push because she doesn't rank high enough in the society, etc. But the thing is, one thing which is true is that I know really few Ryoha Oshis, but everyone likes her. If you ask SKE fans, everyone likes her. Everyone is happy about her push.
I think she's become like an SKE.
Who don't see it.
I think she's just become a girl like SKE fans can just kind of unite around. Like we all kind of want her to succeed, and she kind of represents SKE.
Yeah, when she got double center on Kangaroo, I think it was still a bit early. Actually, I was glad that she was not alone, because if she was like, we were expecting her to get center at some point because of her push at the time. We are clearly not expecting Ami, who had not even been in Senbatsu before. And the fact that there were two of them, and that I think it helped Ryoa to not get too much hate at the time.
Yeah.
Putting her center alone would have been a message saying, actually, if you want to become center, you just need to be the prettiest girl in the group, and that's all, which is not a very good message to motivate the other girls. But having Ami at the same time was really working hard was a good thing. And now, a few years later, we see that actually Ryoa is working hard as well. And she's probably the girl who's grown the most from when she joined the group to where she's now. I mean, grown in terms of maturity, of skills, of character. Because if you're talking about another type of growing, I guess it would be Kitano Ruka. But
oh my God!
Did not see that coming.
And even
it took me a second to like.
Even in handshakes, there's a big difference like between the first time I saw her like 3 years ago and now she's she's still sometimes a bit down in the afternoon because she's the type of girl who can sleep anywhere at any moment. So she always sleeps during the lunch break and comes back a bit sleepy. But when you get her on a good day, she can be the best girl that you will see in the whole day.
Yeah, every time I saw her, like every time I got a ticket, and every time I'm like, why the hell did I get a ticket with Ryoa? I have nothing to say to her, but each time it's really good.
Yeah, also go next month actually. By the way, speaking of Wanshan doing Twitter likes and so on, she's just started doing this again. But yeah. Okay, next member is Sugiyama Aika, or Ai, my other Oshi. She is 15, getting 16 in 2 weeks, and she's from IT, from the 7th generation. Her pin light is pink, purple, red, purple, some like a mix of that, and red and green. She's also one of the best dancers in Team S and maybe in SKE. And really strict in teaching that. Like many kohais and even senpai said, she's really scary when she's teaching dances. Yeah.
Yeah, Hatagon is still talking about the dance lesson for Kiswa Dameyo.
Exactly. Also, she's like the image of being a big eater and being like a bit fat, which still sticks to her, even though she mentioned on an interview recently that she really hates this kind of image and is trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's really hard because she's like on and off with it. So like for example, like when you get an image, it's very hard to get it off. So
Yeah.
because like for doing MC and stuff, like if another member don't have anything to say, like they're going to use that character. So yeah, it's very hard for her.
Yeah, I saw that in the bonus video of the last single. There they had the feature where they tried to annoy the members of that coupling song, and for Ai they brought out lots of onigiri, and you could really see that she was not happy about that. Even though she tried not to show it like that, but yeah, she's really trying to get rid of that. And I mean, okay, compared to Miyomaru or so, she is a bit chubby, but like if you look for normal people, she's not fat at all. It's just
Yeah, I
really
think,
round
and
face.
I think it's really her face, yeah, because like if you like her legs, for example, she's got slim legs, so
Yeah.
I noticed that last week when they were doing a Cape in Hill. Actually, I was surprised that her legs were normal.
Yeah, her legs has always been like very slim. It's pretty much her face.
Well, I mean, I've seen some unflattering pictures of her in the Akaipin outfit, like her torso.
Yes,
But
it was
I don't
some
know.
while ago. She read.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like recently, like she's looking very good.
Yeah.
And I've seen her like a lot in handshakes and two shots, and she's one of my favorites to go see. She's really like awesome and sweet.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Tsuzuki Rika, or aka Piyose. She's 22, from Aichi, also from the 4th generation. Panda colors are peppermint green and blue. She's probably the best dancer in SKE, if we go with that, and she has really great facial expressions, I think. Just if you look at her, the dance medley or so, her expressions are really, really, really good.
I'm not sure if she's the best dancer or if it's Makiko, but yeah, it's probably between those two.
Yeah, I think. Also, her vocals are really great. She's participating in the zero position vocal thing next week. Oh,
Yeah,
not next week, but the next.
Actually, I think it's next week because this Saturday there's no zero position.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's doing like our unit, Zayakukan. She's doing it like live. It's pretty funny because she's the only one doing it live. So I don't really know how it works, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not always nice to hear, and she's like a really strong manga and anime otaku. She was like called. Also, I think she's president of the 2D club in SKE, the unofficial.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And she even did some voice acting some while ago. I think also thanks to Passion for You, I think.
Yeah, she got first in the Passion for You for.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was. I think I'm pretty sure it was for a Seiyu job, but.
Yeah, it was Seiyu job.
She got one with Tani at some point. Like each of them had the character.
Piyose.
Yeah. She's also known to be a really huge Sai, or she, like, probably even more than Yoha.
Yeah, and one of the funny thing, I don't even know where it's from, but like the Kohai, they love to call her Piosu. Like, it can sound very rude, like for Kohai to call her by her nickname, but it's like of a thing. Like in the SKE, there's a lot of members calling her Piosu. Like Dunshan, for example.
I think always pretty much members too.
Yeah, pretty much everyone in Team S, I think.
Where did it come from to call her Piosu? Because like in the beginning they were calling her Rikachu.
Yeah.
I don't know when it exactly developed. She includes it in her catchphrase all the time. So maybe it's like from Peace or so. I have no idea where she took it from.
And do you have any idea why she always writes? I don't remember if it's the greetings or the goodbye in German on her blog.
I tried to ask her that last time when I went to the handshake event, but I always ran out of time because like I had to take the safety because you win it because she didn't sell really a lot of tickets. But she said she just likes Germany for some reason. And that's why she's using it. I will ask her again when I go next month. I actually got tickets again.
I was wondering if it was related to maybe an anime or a manga in.
That's what
I thought.
That's in Germany or something like
that's
that.
what started it, probably. But I will ask her that again for sure, because she's also really nice to talk to on handshake events. And since she rarely sells out or doesn't sell out at all, so the lane is always pretty empty. You get there pretty fast.
I think she must be a fan of Hello Project as well.
Yeah,
she is. Yeah, she is. She did their songs, right? When did the SoloCon? She did Hello Project songs, right?
Yeah, she did one from Matsuraya, and also the title of her. Like each member had a small title for her performance. And her title looked exactly like a Hello Project DVD from 10 years ago. Like I don't know if they still call the concerts the same way nowadays, but it looks exactly like.
The first one, the first song was from Chocolat from AKB because of Sai, I guess, and then the second was Hello, I guess.
Yeah, she actually said that it was her favorite song with Sai during just before or after the song.
Yeah, she also had parts from the graduation concert from Sai shown in the back screen when she was singing.
Maybe you can tell me this, but I get the feeling that Piosu has a lot of female fans. Is that true?
Yeah, I think so. It's like
She's always talking about these like male anime characters on Twitter. So
yeah, I think she's maybe not the type lots of male fans like. She's not the cutest, probably, from a objective perspective, maybe.
Yeah.
And so I guess she's more like one of the kakoi members compared to the kawaii members. So I guess that's why she is.
Yeah,
Also,
and she's doting a lot on her Kohai. So
Yeah.
like with Isolin recently,
Yeah, and
and
Achan.
before it was Achan. So it's very cute.
Yeah. Okay, next is Nojima Kano, aka Kano-chan. She is 16 years old, from IT, from the 7th generation. Her penlight is yellow and purple. And yeah, she also has the image of being a bit bad at studying sometimes, but she makes up for that by being good at singing and dancing, and like she was the face of the 7th generation.
Yeah, it's like when they introduced the gen and up to the first Kenkyusei stage, she was the face of the generation, and then like the on the Shonichi day of the Aitakata Koen, the party Koen, sorry. Then you could tell right away that okay, it's gonna be Yunana and Lala, and she's never really come back from that. Like Yunana and Lala were really above her in terms of performance, and yeah, she's been suffering from that. I think that's why she's still not in Senbatsu. She probably needs to improve a bit, but she will be there at some point. Like Maya got there third, and she's probably the next one in line.
Yeah, she was known to get really not along with Sugiyama Aika, but apparently that changed recently.
I wonder what you think about her then.
It's funny. It's funny because it's pretty rare to know two members not getting along.
Yeah,
but
usually
yeah,
you
at
learn
some
about it
point,
after that.
Yeah, because I think it was like a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I wrote a blog post I won't lose to someone who doesn't love the stage or something like that, and everyone was like, oh, who is it? Who is it?
Yeah.
And at the time, the fans thought it was it was Kano. So, and yeah, like recently, like this year or end of last year, they said, yeah, we weren't friends before.
Yeah, I think on Kano's Seitan Sai, maybe. Not sure. But something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, she's I feel also like she was getting teased quite a lot by the other members in her gen. Because she's the one considered as the prettiest, and she knows it.
Yeah.
So they always make fun of her for that. She's like, no, I don't think that, but yeah, you can see in her eyes that yeah, she knows.
Yeah, it's funny because recently in MC, like she said, oh, I think like Mio Merulus, for example, is getting the same treatment as me. Like, oh, you think you're cute, right? Like, yeah.
Yes, she does. But actually, the two of them have they recently realized that if you hide their face, you cannot tell from the body who is who. Like they have the exact same body type, like really skinny.
She's really skinny, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of those two, next member would be Nomura Mio. Nickname is Miyomaru. She's 15, from IT, member of the 8th generation, and her penlight is 2 yellow-green penlights. She also participated in the second draft together with her sister Nomura Nao, but she wasn't picked, so she joined as 8th gen member. Yeah.
Wait, I think for penlights it's 2 green.
Really?
It's 2 yellow-green, yeah.
Yeah, it always depends on the source where you check.
It's Kimidori, twice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I had her pen lights at the Christmas show, so I remember that clearly.
Okay. No, because I was at the theater and I thought, okay, I don't know.
But yeah,
but like Kano-chan, she knows she's pretty. She's really taking care of herself a lot. Like every morning and evening, she uses like patches for her skin, so many products, etc. She's really aware of the fact that like being the prettiest girl in her gen is quite an advantage, and also like having the figure that other members wish they had. But she wants to be a model in the future. I think it's pretty fair to say that it should not be a problem. I'm not sure how tall she is because actually she's still listed as 1.59 m, but she took at least 5 centimeters.
Yeah, I think she's one of the tallest in Team
So
S.
yeah, she needs to grow a bit more, and then she'll be a model, no problem.
Yeah, definitely.
In Japan, I don't even think it's like that big of a deal. I think it's not a deal breaker. I think in Japan.
No, it's not a deal breaker. She looks a bit older than her age.
Yeah.
And actually, even like during the MCs, she sounds pretty mature usually for a girl who just turned 15 3 weeks ago. But when you see her on showroom, she's actually you can see she's really a little girl, a junior high school girl. She's always with her mother. Like it's really rare that you don't hear her mother talking during her showroom. She's kind of a crybaby as well.
Yeah.
She goes everywhere with her mother. She always invites her sister as well on showroom just to not be alone. But her showrooms are really fun. They are my favorite to watch. She always plays games with the fans. Like recently, her new thing is to ask in the chat who wants to be drawn, and she will draw the person like the way she imagines them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, before she was playing like asking fans to choose a hairstyle, and she would do that hairstyle. Okay. As long as she didn't have to show her forehead. She was playing like building animals with some flexible sticks. She was making votes for anything. So for Satan T-shirt, but also like just sometimes trying to get a vote that would be split exactly 50-50 between fans or this kind of things. So she's always finding stuff to keep it entertaining.
Yeah. I think she also performed at the gradation stage of her sister, right? In the AKB theater.
Yeah.
She did a song.
It's also a really nice thing to do.
And she got promoted like, I don't know, 2 months later. So within a year after she joined the group, while her sister had been there for over 2 years and was still a Kenkyusei.
Yeah.
And now she was talking during her Satan side that she wants to achieve her dream of being Senbatsu and all, not only for her but also for her sister.
Yeah. And she graduated as Kenkyusei, right? So.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see at least one made it like that.
And then go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't know, maybe you're going to say the same thing, but for Handshakes, she's like the member who I went to see Handshake, and, I didn't really go for her to the Handshake, but she really surprised me. She was like super easy to talk to. I know you say this too, Willie, but, she's really easy to interact with, and, well, she likes you a lot, apparently. And,
yes, of course she does.
And no, but she was teasing me the whole time. She's like, "Oh, why are you Miyazoshi? Why aren't you Miyoshi?" Anyway, she's really fun to talk to. She's smart. She's really, really, really easy to talk to, and you can talk to her about anything. And she's like, unlike Renahue, because they're both at the same event. Renahue, like we're saying, you have to prepare something to talk to her, but Mio was just, you can be silent and she'll say anything to you, and you can just go off of that.
Yeah. It's always
No, actually, like when I go to handshakes, I'm always a bit stressed in the morning, especially before I'm gonna see Nao for the first time of the day. So before I used to start with always with Ishida Anna because she was the one who was the easiest to talk to. And now that she graduated, I do that with Mio. Like at the moment, at least among the girls that I go see every time, she's the one who is the easiest to talk to get your stress level down because it's just so easy. It flows.
Yeah, it's really nice then talk.
And she always makes sure for the handshakes to be dressed pretty, to have some accessories like a choker, katusha, and a choker on a girl. That's my weak spot.
She was wearing one too when I went.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I guess we stop here for today with the member introduction. We have still 6 members left or 5 members left for next week, and we will talk about the stage itself on next week's episode. Yeah, thank you all for listening so far until here. And as usual, you can post questions or comments in the comments, and we will link our Twitter profiles in the description, so you can hit us up directly. So if you want to know more about the Team S and of course the other teams too, like Team E and Team Kitsu and the Kenkyusei, we will do them in the next week and the weeks after that. So make sure to come back. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.